Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Come on.
From the 32. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to work this down to the 41. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for Raiders first. From the gun, it's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Swim. I know some. Big ace. 2-2.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one's caught. Touchdown! Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. More room past the 50. To the 15. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Play action now, Murray. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Murray on third down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, he got it! Interception! Kenny Moore with the pick.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Love out of the shotgun. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Here we go.
Love on third and short. Kamara's got it. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll be facing fourth down. They're going for this. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Murray here on first down. Big gain downfield. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders need only one to take the lead. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Jukes one defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Austin put in motion right. On first down, they'll run. Has room inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Caught by his back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Shotgun now for Love. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Kaiser White has it. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They snap it to Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos with the football.
Ready, ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now.
From the 27. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. From the red zone now. Connects with Johnson. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Love from the gun. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Takes the handoff, now Love. The back grabs it. It's a Denver touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks them with a really long field ahead.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He throws a bullet to the center of the... It connects on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
A final throw before the break. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Returnable from the 2. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so, and maybe even take control of this game.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing, Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Murray. He's got it at the 6. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back to the air, Murray. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Counter give to Kamara. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Love out of the shotgun. Gets this to Johnson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Ready?
Love now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Love to throw. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
19 Lions.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. One after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They stick with Jacobs. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. Hill now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. Kamara makes his move towards the sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good.
Here we go.
Another run for Kamara. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That one's complete, right side. And he gets this forward to the 19.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He'll throw it. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's another Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Trap 60.
Play fake, it's Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by 7. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Come on, set.
He's back to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. Had to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted! Brandon Stevens has it. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This finds Moreau. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Going run again with Jacobs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.